the Democrats are now saying, including David Obey, chairman of the Appropriations Panel, which is a very, very important committee in the House, is saying, hey, you know what? Why don't we ban all earmarks that go to for-profit companies? Now, people talk about earmarks all the time. They say they're pork barrel projects. I want you to understand what they are. They are things that Congress inserts into legislation that costs a certain amount of money, of course, that the president didn't ask for. Now, these could be very relevant, and we've had different people on the program that defend earmarks from time to time, because, for example, it could go to a local museum, it could go to a local community center, a hospital, it can go to many different things, the fire department, et cetera. So, and it's part of what the congressmen and the senators are supposed to do. They're supposed to look out for their own district or their own state, and you can't just hope or rely on the president to look out for a certain district in Nebraska. So earmarks have some value and some sense behind them. But the problem is they get abused. And what happens is corporations come in and say, hey, listen, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. You put this into the bill where we get paid, and then I'll give you campaign contributions. Republicans have had problems with that in the past, very well documented, and so have Democrats. Okay, that is definitely a bipartisan problem. Okay, they all do it. Now, it's interesting because the solution also, for the moment being, in the House looks to be bipartisan, because John Boehner, in order to try to get out ahead of this issue and to try to take the high road, and he's been pushing for this for quite a while, to give him credit, said that the Republicans should unilaterally say, hey, you know what, we're not taking any more earmarks. Well, that would be a great step forward, and I commend him for that act, and I would give him tremendous credit for that, because that's even a tougher thing to do when you don't have a deal and you're doing it unilaterally and only your side's doing it. That takes some degree of courage, et cetera, and it's on the right path. Well, now, maybe partly because of that pressure, David Obey on the Democratic side is saying, oh yeah, how about we just ban it? So if it goes to your local museum, your library, whatever, no, that's fine. That's, of course, part and parcel of what Congress does. But if it's for-profit company, no more earmarks. Look, if that winds up becoming law, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, the Senate side is screaming. Daniel Inouye from Hawaii, who has loaded up Hawaii with pork barrel project after pork. For decades he's been doing it. He came out and said, why are you grabbing me? Why are you grabbing me? David Obey, I don't know what he's doing. He says this is crazy. No. We need earmarks. They're a very important part of the process. Yeah, gee, I wonder why, Daniel. And by the way, has he taken campaign contributions from people that he got earmark projects for? Don't make me say it. Of course, they all have. The Senate side is like loaded up with this side, and so they're with this stuff. So they don't really want to do this, but I love that the House is pushing for it, and it's a rare case where the Republicans are on the right side of the issue here. So let's push forward, man. You want bipartisan agreement? Here's perfect bipartisan agreement. Go forward. Now, Obama, you got to take leadership here, okay? And you got to go after the senators, especially if the House passes it overwhelmingly, and get this thing done. Now, again, one last thing on this. Don't think that this is enormously important budgetarily. I think as a matter of principle, it's very important. And as a matter of keeping the congressmen and the senators clean, it's very important. Its actual budgetary impact is quite minimal. It's about last year's, for example, defense appropriations bill contained 1,720 earmarks. It's a lot, for a total of $4.2 billion. Now, of course, $4 billion is a lot of money, but in the scale of the budget, not that much. It's a small percentage of the budget. There are much bigger fish to fry if you want to really talk about how corporate interests wind up owning these congressmen and senators. But hey, I'll take my progress where I can get it, and it is an excellent start. So, all right, John Boehner, I'm ready to give you all the credit in the world if you can get Obey and then the senators to sign on to this. And, of course, Obey as well on the Democratic side. So let's see what they got.